do that. All right, I got a letter earlier this year, actually just a couple months ago, from a lady, and it was a longer letter, like 8 or 9 pages, and I just put it to the side. I'm busy, we're all busy, and anyone do the shorter things first before you get to the longer things, and I just put it aside, and I saw it sit, and I said, I need to read this letter. So this lady, Nancy Blake, wrote me this letter, and she said in this letter, she had been praying for her father's salvation for years. She goes into a bank, and a lady at the bank had these little 1-second booklets that we do. She just had a stack of them on her desk in the bank. And it said, free, take one, whatever. So she took one out of the bank, and she read it, and she just loved the gospel presentation, just loved it. So she decided to take it and give it to her dad. Now, she wrote in the letter that she has the one her dad has. It's still stuck in her Bible. She leaves it at the back of her Bible. It just sits in her Bible. Well, this little booklet is completely worn, coffee stains on it. She gave it to her 97-year-old father. He read it every single day in his reclining chair back in his room back there. Every day he read this thing front to back. All right? All of a sudden, one day, hospice pastor comes over, shares the gospel one more time with him, and Dad decided to do what? Repent of his sins and get saved. Okay, I can't even describe to you the joy that was coming out of this letter that this lady had written me. Okay, and the joy it must have been for everybody around there. He was 97 years old, and this is what she put in there. He had written an obituary about all his successes. He was a big businessman, a lot of successes. He told his daughter to rip it up and toss it away. It was all a waste. Think about that for a second. She said he had such a repentant spirit. All right. Actually, I remember the lady from that part of Texas who actually orders these and keeps them on her desk. She had no clue. Someone was going to take it, put it in a 97-year-old guy's hand, read it every single day, okay, and it was going to lead to his salvation. I read the letter, and my father's not saved, and I had given him this booklet before, and he took notes on the back. He put a little sticky pad. He put notes. My father's a Roman Catholic. And so I went over his house one day. I said, Daddy, are you reading the book? He said, yeah, I'm about halfway through, but I want to finish first before I say anything. I said, fine. And so I came back over a week later. So he said, Mark, I got a couple questions for you. I said, okay. He said, what does the word repent mean? Okay, that's a legit question. Okay, Mark, what does the word born again mean? Oh my goodness, what questions. My father was processing this little booklet, okay, because he's beginning to think, as he knows his days are running short, and he knows his middle boy cares about his eternal soul, and we just have to plant the seed and pray and then watch what the Lord